listelevate. I'm going to explain, take you in the back office and explain exactly what it is and why I think it's important for you to look at it. And of course my link is going to be in the email, in the description, right in the bottom, so make sure and
I'm going to explain,
go ahead and look at that from my link, because if you want my special coaching, that's where you'll find it. So I've got it all saved, ready to go. So here we are inside of Zoom, and I'm going to share my screen. And we are going over to listelevate. This is actually the listelevate because they've got a contest going right now. I wanted to actually point out whether it was not something I was looking to accomplish. It was not important to me at this point to be in the top 20, but here I am in the top 20, in fact in the top 10. Now what does that mean? It doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't make it to the top, and top 3 actually. But what does matter is that it shows you that I'm not just one of those people that try to sell something but they don't use it. I am somebody, excuse me, I am somebody that truly does use and share something that I'm working with. And so I wanted to point that out to you. And now I'm going to come over here, oops, sorry about that, to it's not in the digital products, it's actually in here in the leads. Now that you're seeing that I'm in Now Lifestyle, I was just poking around in my back office. I've almost reached Emerald, that's why I was looking today. But this is where you'll see it if you own any of the other products. And this is what it'll look like if you don't own any of the other products. If you own only the product listelevate, then it will look like this back office. So I'm closing this because I just want you to get that clarification that it will show up that way. And because I own other products in the Now Lifestyle, you can see that I've actually had people come in. My list was already growing, and this is not huge, but it's already growing before I got started with listelevate. And I have just recently just started growing this list, and I was doing it really from organic traffic. In other words, I'm not even buying traffic to go over into that folder. I mean, yes, you can grow the list faster with buying traffic, but let's make clear when they become leads, that just means I'm kind of interested, I'd like to know more. That doesn't mean I'm ready to buy necessarily. It just means I'm sort of interested, would like to see more about it. And so it's a good idea to have things laid out ahead of time so that people will see that you have been sharing stuff. And so what I do on a regular basis is I actually do what's called a broadcast. Now you have the ability to do that inside your little list leverage program as well. And the list leverage will have this very same tab called lead capture. Now why does that matter to you when you're just looking at this? Because primarily the list leverage, which is really basically a piece of the Now Lifestyle program, list leverage is basically a way to build your list. But it has another little kind of cool component, and I'll scroll down here. No, I have to go back to this one again and show you. But as you can see, as that's loading, I do I do send out emails. I do get opens. So that's very important. So you need to develop an opportunity to get opens. Now, one of the things that is being offered right now with the list leverage program that is really cool, and I actually have it here because I have bought the year's program with the Memory Place Got Backup, which they did indeed give me the program called Email Marketing Mastery, which is, if you buy it separately, will cost you $500 one time to buy it. But I got it as a bonus because I bought the year's program of Memory Place, but they're also offering that for the List Elevate program. So that's one of the benefits you can have. Now, a lot of people say, okay, I'm going to do it monthly. Don't I get that then? No, because it's a bonus for people that are interested in getting the year's program. And they, of course, are promoting that right now, big time. And so one of the things that's cool, and I've been learning from Joel even before I got this program, and I haven't actually dived into this, I just got it. But it's teaching you how to really master your email marketing, which is a piece of what List Elevate is all about. It's teaching you and promoting for you that your first real important step, the most important thing to do, and I'm just highlighting this so you see we're talking about that, those two little lists right there. The most important thing that you want to do is to get people on your list, because let's be fair and true about this. No matter how hypey you are, no matter how much you like your product, whatever it is, most people are not going to say yes just because you like it. But you get them on your list and you build trust. In other words, you get them to see who you are, that you stay around, that you're consistent, that you do what you say you do. Like, for instance, if I'm selling a list building program, I am also showing you that I actually do email my list on a consistent basis. Now, the only day that I actually don't is on Sunday. In fact, this video will go to my list today. So I'm doing this video early so that it will be in, and completely finished and ready to go, so I can share the link out to my list today. Now, it won't just be these two lists right here. It'll be a combination of this list and up here this list. And I'm not going to click on that because that's not where we're at. The List Elevate program only offers you this side, the reseller lead capture system. But I have more than one list, so I email to all my list. And the other side is called SendShark. That's what this one's called. And that's an upgrade from List Elevate, but you don't have to do that to get started. But what's important is to get out of the habit of thinking that you should spam people. In other words, push a link on someone without getting their permission. But when people get on your list, they have given you their permission for you to email them. Now, they can unsubscribe. They have the right to do that. But while they are still in the active status, and if I actually go to one of my lists, which you can do by looking at the list like this, you'll see that my status inside will be active, meaning that they have not unsubscribed. And if it says active, then that means those emails are allowing me to be part and to grow my list and send them information about whatever I'm doing. And that is the biggest secret about building your list, is that you want people that say yes and they stay active and they receive your emails. And you get opens. I showed you the opens. I get opens all the time. I get opens on both sides. In fact, my opens on my SendShark side are even bigger. And I'm up to right around 1,000 versus 2,000 on my list, which means I'm doing about 50% opens. That's not bad. I'm wanting to improve it all the time, but that's what I'm doing. So when you have opens, that means you are starting to create something that actually creates a list of people that say yes. If they open, that means they're saying yes again, even if they don't click. If they're opening frequently, that means they're still looking at what you're sharing. And sometimes it means they're ready to buy. And sometimes they do. I've had people that have converted from just people that are opening and looking once in a while to someone that did say yes and became part of my list. Part of the people that say, I want to be on your team. So, you can't shortchange that process. So much of the time people try to do that. They think, I'm going to give my list link to everybody I know, and they're all going to become part of my team. Well, it just doesn't work that way. There's a process. First off, you get yeses, as many as you possibly can. The first yes is, I will opt in and I will look. That's the first yes. The second yes is, I will not only opt in, but I will open. Okay? The third yes is, I will open and I will click. You see what I'm saying? So the fourth or fifth yes, they might do opens for several months or even a year. And then the fifth yes, the sixth yes, is I will not only open and click, but I will actually say yes to your offer. That's what you want to have happen. But it's a process. Understand that. If you really honestly look at how you became a member of anything that you might be, how did you start? First off, you probably had a need and you started looking around. Sometimes it's a need like, I know I need more people to talk to. And I know I need to build a list, but I don't have a clue how. So this is a wonderful, cool, very easy to use beginner program, and as well as advanced, because you can be advanced. But one of the things that's cool is if you're absolutely brand new, have never used anything that builds a list, our company sends emails out to your list for you. And that makes it so cool. Another major feature of the listelevate program is that not only do you get the leads that you have produced yourself, but their leads, their first level leads, become your leads. So now you're 10 times. I had one fellow just on my webinar, which I do the company webinar, and he said, I have 35 leads, and that meant that they weren't just leads though, they were people that had said yes and bought the program. He had 35 people that said yes to the program he was offering, which was listelevate. But he had 250 indirect. Now what indirect is? Remember what I showed you. If we come down here on this link again, oh, we need to be on this one. If we come down here to where it shows the listelevate, the indirect is the second list here. Notice mine is larger here as well. That means one of the people here in the direct list, or it could be 7 of the people or 8 of the people, but there's only 7. So 7 of the people could have done 1 and 1 did 2. Or it could be 1 person out of this 7 did all 8. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is I don't have just 7 leads. I have 7 plus 8 leads. And that is the magic of list direct, elevate. So you get a direct referral. That means they opted into your own link, your own opt-in page. But these people opted into something that one of these people or several of these people offered, and that made an indirect lead. In other words, you didn't offer that link to them, but they still decided to become a lead. And that made you have more leads than you would normally have. And so it elevates and increases your chances to create something valuable. Because the more people that you can send an email to, the better chance you have of creating a sale. And they usually say that the average is that every 100 leads that you receive generally will create about $100 of sales over a month's time if you're emailing them on a regular basis. So that's about an average of $1 a piece. Now that doesn't mean every one of those leads actually pays you $1, because that isn't how it generally works. But that's what they're averaging out. It probably means that there's 2 or 3 people in 100 that did become somebody that bought from you. And that is how real internet marketing truly works. It is not some kind of crazy, weird magic or luck, but a consistent behavior and a good system to work with. And I'm offering you that opportunity. All you have to do is take a look at the link I've already shared in my YouTube. And I would be glad to talk to you in further and make sure and reply on, you can even make a comment in YouTube. But I also have my Facebook profile and various different things available. Pretty easy for people to get in touch. I know I put how to contact me right there in my description, and that makes it really easy for you to get in touch. So understand something. Listelevate is teaching the correct behavior even for very beginning people. Instead of doing annoying messages to strangers in Facebook and YouTube, think about instead learning a good system, easy to use, and you can create what you want. Now, again, remember, if you want that bonus I showed you, you must be a year's member. That means you're paying $97.97 one time a year, and that gives you that bonus. And I think that's a steal. I got that right away. I usually get the big bonus programs because I think they're worth it. So that's what I have to share with you today. I hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward